Next Tuesday. Here with reaction, Fox News contributor Monica Crowley, the host of Justice, Judge Jeanine Pirro. Judge, we'll start with you. They're talking about an avalanche of evidence. It's into the Clinton Foundation, pay-to-play allegations that we have all discussed at length on this program between the secretary and the foundation. This now has been going on, this investigation, for more than a year. We also learned the foundation investigation is now a very high priority. We've also learned that they keep interviewing a lot of people on the foundation case, and the sources say the agents say they have collected a great deal of evidence, and pressed on that, one source said a lot of it. And there is an avalanche of new information coming in every day from WikiLeaks, emails. They're interviewing all these people. A lot of people are saying things. Wow.
It's time for a grand jury. It's time for Loretta Lynch to allow Comey and the FBI to get this evidence before a grand jury. And Sean, this explains why all of a sudden this case was reopened. Yeah, I get the Uma Abedin, the Weiner part of it, but this thing has been going on for the whole year. And the FBI, there is a mutiny in the FBI. That's why all this stuff is coming out. There are 4 offices that continue to investigate, although Justice has tried to shut this down, saying there's not enough evidence. This recording from this other person, who apparently is an informant, is hearsay. This woman should have been indicted a year ago. A simpleton could figure out that she would make a deal with a particular country. The money goes into the foundation. Bill makes a speech, and then they get the benefit. This is classic RICO corruption. Go to jail.
Let me stay on your argument, because you're right. The FBI agents were pressing, and there was a rebellion building within the FBI. I know this from my special agent friends. They were telling me that they were embarrassed at what James Comey did back in July, and they were tired of answering questions from everybody that knew that they were in the FBI. But I think the interesting part of this, why is the Justice Department, where we now know you have, they colluded with the Clinton campaign. John Podesta, the guy that's the spokesman for the new investigation, is John Podesta's BFF, and said he got him out of jail. What is Loretta Lynch hiding here, and why is she resisting what is clearly a lot of an avalanche of evidence?
I think what you're seeing now developing is the FBI's revenge. Because what we now, the rank and file who have worked so hard on this case, this is their revenge, and the timing is not a coincidence here. In the United States, Sean, if you do not have an independent, impartial, and fair Department of Justice and FBI, which are only interested in enforcing the rule of law and finding the truth, then you have nothing. Nothing else matters. All of this conversation that we've been having about the classified emails and the classified material, very important, but that ultimately is the shiny object distracting everybody. The mother lode is the Clinton Foundation investigation, which we just had confirmed.
Follow the money.
Look at the Uranium One deal. This guy gave $31 million, and then he got other people to give millions of dollars. And then they needed Hillary to sign off on allowing the merger that allowed Putin to have access to 20% of our uranium.
Those are individual examples of the corruption. But the bigger point that the American people need to know before Tuesday is that she leveraged her public office to enrich herself, her husband, and their foundation.
All right, but she did so at what cost? Because Brett Baer's sources say this. And beyond the money, which is as horrible as it is, because she sold out her office. That's what they're claiming, and that's what I think the evidence will eventually show. But we now know that there's a 99% chance that 5 foreign let me translate, enemies of America, that 5 of them have accessed and taken the emails, which number one would make her a compromised president, potentially subject to blackmail.
Clearly subject to extortion, blackmail,
and methods and personnel in jeopardy.
And not only that, she has sold America's national security for money. These people are grifters. They've been grifters since they came on the scene. And she knew that when she set up that server that it wasn't secure. She did it for money. She did it to enrich themselves. She didn't care about our security. And Uma Abedin, I don't know who she and Weiner are connecting with, but these are people who do not have our interest at heart. And if the American people have any common sense, they will understand that this family has been corrupt since they came on the scene.
This is the Lucchese Bonanno.
This is a crime family.
This is the Gambino-Clinton crime family.
It's actually worse because they weren't seeking the presidency of the United States. When you talk about at least 5 foreign actors, we can assume they're hostile. We can assume Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, maybe somebody else with the capability to do this. And based on this knowledge,
maybe ISIS?
Mrs. Clinton, or the Islamic State, Mrs. Clinton should have her top secret security clearance revoked tonight.
Listen, there is a guy that is in jail that took 6 pictures on a submarine as he was serving his country.
How sad.
Oh, yeah. Wife and child. He's in jail for a year for taking 6 pictures. 5 foreign nations hacked into her email, compromised, putting at risk names, methods, personnel. For what? So that they can enrich themselves and hide the fact that they were enriching themselves by making deals, selling out America's national security uranium?
They will only destroy this country. We are on a road to destruction already.
Well,
they will finish it.
Is this going to impact the election?
I hope so. And if it doesn't, shame on us.
I think it absolutely will, because people have been exposed to the Clinton corruption.
So the people of Florida are going to take this into account. The people of North Carolina, New Hampshire, Wisconsin, Michigan, Minnesota, New Mexico, Colorado, they're all going to Pennsylvania.
The American people have put up with 30 years of Clinton corruption. I think this is the straw that breaks the camel's back, where they finally say, I cannot do this.
We can't take it anymore. We can't take this anymore. They've got to be finished with it.
This will be a constitutional crisis. You knew Richard Nixon personally and well. This will be beyond anything that ever happened in Watergate.
It will
paralyze this country
until
she's